Good afternoon. How are you? Well, it's pleasant out, but it looks like we're very close to rain. Thomas Jefferson says the temperature is 72, but the humidity is 67, so it's getting up there. And the clouds are gray and they're accumulating, and the wind, which I can occasionally feel just before I came into this stand of trees, is 9.9 miles an hour. So I don't think it's affecting the sound of my voice yet. Okay, so today is the day after we had the No Kings rally. And yesterday, Trump released Santos. We all know who he is, the congressman who can't stop but lie. And I guess it's a kind of liar alliance about most everything, both of them, that is Trump and Santos. Now, if he hoped it would distract from the No King's Day rally, think again. Because that's what the rally was about. That kings may do any damn thing they want, including pardoning the unpardonable. Now, what was Trump's adult reaction to that? Well, he put together AI, and we know he couldn't have possibly done it, so all hands on deck. And what it basically is, there have been various descriptions of it, is Trump flying. He's again heroic. He has these delusions about everything, including the size of his junk. And he's dumping shit on No King protesters. You know, this is the guy who is the leader of the free world? Hardly. This is the guy who is launched in trying to imprison the free world subject to his whims, his fiats. And Trump is so solidly low to no class. You can't even imagine inviting him perhaps to a lunch at a McDonald's, because you know he would act like the oaf that he is. So now Johnson, the Speaker of the House, is no better. He said if Trump were a king, the government would be open. Oh, is that so? Well, what has he been telling you, Johnson? Has he been telling you to open the Congress? Open the government? Get things going? No. You have your people on holiday. There's every indication that this wannabe dictator prefers keeping the government closed and hurting people. And he has Johnson keeping the Congress on holiday rather than working to solve the problems that face the government. If a child doesn't do their homework, what do you tell them to do? What is Congress's homework? It's not to keep the government shut down. And so it's an interesting group of allies who lie to us every day, including about their responsibility, and expect us to say, oh yeah, that's what you're doing, we get it. Now, to put a couple of numbers on it, there were 2,600 various demonstrations yesterday. I've heard various numbers, and 17 or 20 demonstrations offshore in foreign governments that agreed with us. The people agreed with us. There were 7 million people in the United States who supposedly protested to having a king. And if you remember, in June, they estimated it was 5 million. So we've increased the number, just as some of us have noted at some of the rallies. Now, while we're talking about the dumb things and hateful things and hurtful things that Trump does, let's also stop for a moment and encourage our friends to get their priorities right. And I'm thinking of Kamala Harris. She's criticizing Joe Biden for snubbing Elon Musk. That's the wrong fight, Kamala. What is wrong with you? We need people with platforms out there fighting Trump, not fighting Biden, not rerunning a presidential race, but fighting for us in the here and now. I don't know what's worse, if she were to remain silent or speak. But there are demonstrations where her judgment is not up to the mark. Losing a race, losing at anything, is a test of character. And by that standard, Kamala reconsider how you're approaching your legacy, because what you're doing now is dead wrong. Now, we have returning to the real enemies, Trump and company. Guess what? They hit another Venezuela boat, blown to pieces, people dead, telling us there are drugs on board. You know, the day somebody takes it into a lab and does a test and sees that this drug is there and it's 100% pure, and it is what? Is it cocaine? Is it heroin? Is it some other chemical mix? Is it methamphetamine? What is it? Now, not to give Trump an easy way out, just to talk about him as a petty guy who can't take, a little kidding about the fact that he wants to be a monarch, is the great peacemaker keeps selling out Ukraine. Zelensky went to him and said, give us Tomahawk missiles, because what that would do would allow Zelensky and Ukraine to fight back, fight into the territory of Russia. And Russia is not ready to have an armistice, apparently, in which wherever the parties are right now, that might be the stand for a peace agreement. But Russia wants more. Zelensky said he's willing to discuss it. And Trump doesn't do the intelligent thing, which is to punish Russia with sanctions and saying that if you, Russia, don't do A, B, and C, I'll give them the Tomahawk missiles. So I'm very proud of the people who gathered yesterday. I keep getting messages and so forth. If there's one thing that we should think to say to our elected representatives, is get out and do what some are doing. Hiding in closets, sitting in your office, twiddling your thumbs is not an answer. The elected representatives, at least of the Democrats across the United States, should be protesting. This is a fight for the life of a republic, nothing less. And sometime, when you realize that, if it's too late, you lost a democracy because you failed to act. And for those who are, like the governor of Illinois and Obama and the mayor of Richmond yesterday, that's what we need, those people. We need both senators from my state out there talking about this. We need the senators from across the nation who are Democrats to be out there. And if the Republicans are getting the message, them too. Meantime, Holly and I managed to escape a little bit to visit a couple of farms. So we dealt with some goats and little donkeys. Anyhow, that's what I got for today. And I wish you well from my cathedral of trees. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. All the best. Bye-bye.